What's up, you beautiful Redditors? Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Welcome to the RNEWS evening show. And let's just jump into it. From r/politics, Sarah Sanders says Trump told her to go to North Korea and take one for the team after Kim Jong Un winked at her. No one respects women more than I do. Actual Trump quote. I'm so humble, you wouldn't understand it. Jesus Christ, you never do know if these quotes are real anymore. This is almost verbatim from the most powerful man in the world. Here's what he actually said. I think I am actually humble. I think I'm much more humble than you would understand. Barbara Walters Leslie Stiles blank. There has been me for the last 4 years every time I stumble across a video of this freaking moron. Being clear, I actively avoid seeing him, choosing to focus on action rather than words. Because, as we all know, even Trump supporters have no idea what the frick Donald Trump is saying. And have to rely on interpreters like Skeletor Barbie and whichever pathological liar is running the crap circus press briefings. I don't feel sorry for you, Sarah. You lied to the American people daily to keep this monster in power while feeding his cult. Frick you, you don't deserve sympathy. That's our Trump. You laugh track Trump supporters. He tells it like it is. Quote, SHS is writing a book that paints Trump negatively. She's one of the most rabid sycophants. Trump should take one for the team and resign. You're watching the RNews show. From r/World News, Germany has told China to stop threatening Europe as Merkel hardens her stance towards Beijing. Good. Germany and the EU in general need to pick up the geopolitical slack while the US resolves its issues. Resolve. Make no mistake, we will all be dealing with the consequences of US political system for quite a while. Even if Mango Mussolini loses come fall, we will have to deal with him and his followers for some time to come. That hot mess of a political system won't be resolved anytime soon. Who knows if ever. Upvoted because Mango Mussolini. Cheeto Benito is your secondary. So you can diversify in the same paragraph while solidifying the metaphor. Until the majority of countries start to pull their manufacturing out of China, then it's all just hot air. Europe has much less problems compared to the United States, but the indecision towards China is one of them. They need to realize cozying up with a regime that operates concentration camps, denies their citizens free speech and press, and uses military force to kill dissenters will never be worth it in the long term. Glad Germany has made these statements, but the entirety of Europe needs to be even firmer. You're watching the RNews show. From r/politics, coronavirus herd immunity is just another way to say, let people die. Is it too early to point out that herd immunity means that those without mask are the sheep? Never too early, they are virus fodder. I like how everyone wants to talk about herd immunity now but won't hear that crap when you try to talk about vaccines. Clarification, since people seem to be misunderstanding what I'm saying. I am trying to say that the same people who are currently advocating for coronavirus to run rampant in the name of herd immunity are the same people who actively deny the benefits of herd immunity when it comes to vaccines. Reaching herd immunity without a vaccine would require a huge portion of the US population to get sick, possibly killing millions. And even if they achieve herd immunity, a few months later you can be reinfected by a different strain, then what? Herd immunity again. They have no real ideas. You're watching the RNews show. From r/politics, Trump's claims he didn't have a stroke would be more convincing if he didn't constantly lie about everything all the time. Also, if he didn't almost immediately suggest Biden was the one having mini strokes. You're the puppet is really going to come back to haunt us, isn't it? It's going to haunt us. It's haunting us now, but it's going to be haunting us too. Trump's lies are great for when you're grumpy and you want to be mad at 1,000 things. So, let's see. Can't hold a glass properly, can't walk down a ramp, person, women, man, camera, TV, accuses Biden of having mini strokes. Yeah. But so I think it would be very, I think we'd have a very solid, we would continue what we're doing. We'd solidify what we've done. And we have other things on our plate that we want to get done. So his doctors did encourage him to take a cognitive test. Didn't they? That's because of his stroke. Yeah. I've been an occupational therapist for a long time. Giving patients a mocha is pretty standard protocol after a stroke or when there are cognitive concerns. I've never had a patient get a perfect 30/30ths on the mocha because if their cognition seems fine, we don't bother doing it. Just saying. How many strokes is a bogey? You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/news. Mayor who banned indoor dining caught dining inside in Maryland, and chefs are roasting him. Well, how does he taste? Like pork, I'd imagine. Long pig. We need to follow what we are being asked to do by the health department, Kenny said earlier this month. I beg you to follow the rules. Kenny issued an apology in a pair of tweets posted Monday afternoon. I felt the risk was low because the county I visited has had fewer than 800 COVID-19 cases, compared to over 33,000 cases in Philadelphia, Kenny tweeted. Regardless, I understand the frustration. Maybe he should issue a complaint with the mayor. Maybe he shouldn't be risking being a transmission vector from a city with a high case count to a county with a low one. He's also comparing raw numbers instead of cases per capita. Philadelphia is a big city, so it'll have a big case count. I wouldn't be surprised if the unnamed Maryland county was on par with that when you factor in population. Oldest trick in the book: ban indoor eating so you get the whole place to yourself. Worked on beaches in NJ some time back as well. Is Philadelphia not a major city anymore? Why not just write the word Philadelphia, Philly, Phila? You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/World News. J.K. Rowling returns Human Rights Award to group that denounces her trans views. The double standard in this thread is hilarious. People saying J.K. Rowling, a hyper-successful millionaire with a far-reaching platform, is just harmlessly expressing her opinion. But all the smaller voices speaking up against her are somehow silencing and oppressing her. Nobody is oppressing J.K. Rowling. She is still doing exactly what she wants and has in fact doubled down on her position. The idea that her free speech is in a stranglehold somehow is laughable. Free speech does not mean you can say what you want without consequence. As we all know, censorship is when you criticize someone for what they say. And in a truly uncensored society, no one is allowed to express criticism of another person's ideas. Sarah Z, in full sarcastic response to Rowling's claims of being silenced and censored. World News. Come join us in r/anime_titties. And that's where we're going to end today's show. But if you like what you saw, leave a like. And if you want to see more of the RNEWS show, hit that subscribe button. As always, this has been the RNEWS show, and I'll see you tomorrow.